Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and today I'm playing Dungeon Crusade. And I don't know, maybe it's gonna be the last video of the series, I'm not sure about it, possibly one more, but we're definitely getting to the end here. So right now I was attacked here by a guardian, the Red Widow. So I gotta kill her, and this is the only guardian during this dungeon dive. So when we kill the Red Widow, we're done with this quest. Then we have here Dogan's excavation camp, and we gotta clean out these two chambers. And if we did that, then Razor Fang will spawn, and if we kill that guy, we've completed the side quest. And our main quest only wants us to get now to these last two chambers here at the Pit of the Blood God, and when we manage to clean these, we can free two of our friends there. And well, that's then the end of the main quest. So overall, I guess it won't take that long anymore, but you never know. Okay, so first we're gonna go to the encounter phase, and we have an event. Again, randomly select a hero. This hero has come across a dying high priest of the faith who was part of a massacre in the village of Salem Port. Okay, we meet this guy, or one of them, now for the third time. That's kind of funny. So let's see which hero. Well, it's not supposed to be someone who is fighting, so I think not these two. So I guess it's the Battle Mage. Furiously, this hero grabs for a steel rod that is nearby to slay this malevolent creature. Roll 1d10. That's a 2. 1 to 5, the hero simply kills the filth. That's what happens all the time. Okay. And we don't have to roll for the Guardian again because, yeah, as mentioned, there's only one in this dungeon and it's already on the board. And then we go to the hero phase and we start activating the priest. She will rally the other two heroes, and at least I think so. Let me have a quick look first. So we have spiritual, mythical, and arcane. Yeah, I mean, she's great at spiritual. The question is, do I want the ranger? And honestly, I don't think so. No, I don't want the ranger. I only want to rally the warlock. The ranger isn't good at all. And I'm actually gonna move the ranger. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna move the ranger away from the group, I guess. Do I? Yeah, I think so. But I wonder, class 1. I wonder if the spider will follow me, but I don't think so. So I'm simply gonna move away a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, And I think I'm just going to stay there for now. And then I'm going to activate the Warlock, moving here. And now we both will attack the Red Widow. And yeah, it's going to be tough. We're going to have to do 11 damage. I don't think that we can... I mean... Yeah, no, we cannot do this. We can only do a maximum of 6 damage because we do not have any weapons that do 3 damage. That sucks. So it seems we have to take another attack from this guy. Not good. So, yeah. Let's see. We cannot kill it. So the order actually doesn't matter. I wonder. Well, I'm gonna roll anyway. So we have. Yeah, we have 10. Okay, so we start with arcane, then spiritual, and the last one is then mythical. There we go. And I will attack with the Warlock during arcane combat using my heart-seeking dagger. Oh no, let's use Luke's training sword. And then during mythical I'm going to use the heart-seeking dagger, and I'm going to use the scepter of slaying during spiritual combat. Okay. So that was not great. This is a terrible roll, and well, we'll see. So that's an 8. We got a +8 modifier. That brings us to a 16, and that is not enough. Oh man, this is shockingly bad. Yeah, no, that's not enough. So that means I take 2 wounds here. Then, during the spiritual, that's probably also not going to be enough. I got 4, 11, plus 3, that's 14. That's also not enough. So we take another 2 wounds. Oh boy. That is so bad. And it looks good here. I mean, that's definitely... We have 10, 12. Okay, that's not an issue. In a mythical combat, at least we do 2 damage. But, yeah, that was a pretty bad attack. So actually I'm pretty sure we cannot even kill it next turn. If we get attacked, we could maybe do... Oh, wait a minute. What is that? What's that? Did we already do 3 damage? I have no idea what that marker does here. Maybe it's supposed to be here. I don't think so, actually. I was attacked. The priest was attacked at the end of the last turn by the Red Widow, and I think she could only do 2 damage. So I have no clue what that marker does here. I don't know if there was some kind of special... Was there a special card or something? I don't know. I don't remember anymore. Maybe there was. Oh no, now I remember. I already did 3 damage and it still has 1 life point left. Yeah, now I remember that. We had a combat over here, I think. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty bad. I can only do 2 damage when the Red Widow attacks me, and then when I attack, I can again only do 6 damage. That would bring me then overall to 12 damage, but the Widow has 13, so that sucks. Maybe I gotta use some of my special abilities with a Ranger or something. But I might actually consider doing this right now. Can I do it anytime during the hero phase? That could be interesting. Maybe the Shadow Stalker ability. No, only during the Ranger's turn. Or within the monster phase. Yeah, I could do it within the one, two, three, 4. Yep, I could do it within the monster phase. Activate it and then try to do damage against the Guardian so that I can kill it at least next turn. That would be helpful. So now we're going to activate the Bard, and I want to move into one of these 2 chambers that are now open. The Pit of the Blood God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will definitely have enough movement points to move in here. And I'm going to rally the other 2 guys. So that is the Knight. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3. So he's going to spend 2 essence. Shit. Yeah, he's going to spend 2 essence to get into the chamber, because the door is here, so that's not cool. Okay, and then that's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, she can easily make it. And now we'll see what we got here. So this is a level 3 monster. Okay, so let's have a look. A Father of the Faith. That is not good. Oh, actually it's not that bad. I thought that was a human creature because they have an environment that boosts them, but that's not the case. Visions of the Abyss. Before combat, each hero must test Wisdom 17 to resist his aura. On a fail, that hero must test their Chaos resistance. If that is a fail, this hero is stricken with a Chaos affliction and loses 3 essence. Okay. So, let's see. We start with the Battle Mage. Wisdom. So she has a wisdom of 6 plus 2, so that's 8. So she needs a 9 to get this done. Yeah. Oh, she did it. It was close, but she did it. Awesome. The Bard has only a wisdom of 1, but he's got here the charm, which brings him to 5. Okay, so he needs a 12. He didn't do it. And that means now he's got to check for Chaos resistance. And that's really bad because he only has a -1 modifier there. So I need a 16. Ah, God, was that close. Fuck. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Got a -1. So I messed up. That means I lose 3 essence. And I get a Chaos affliction. Okay, so that guy is raging. So that means he's unable to rally or be rallied by other heroes. Now, I'm not sure what that now means, to be honest, because we're hanging out in this chamber, all the 3 of us. I will play it in a way that we will do this single fight now together, but then in the future we can't do it anymore. I have no, I mean, otherwise what's going to happen? Is he going to fight on his own? And then will the others also fight on their own? I mean, maybe, but yeah, that doesn't really work, right? That doesn't make a lot of sense, because the action of rallying was already done. He spent the essence and so on. So therefore, I think that affliction does not affect the actual the actual rally state. And then the knight has also do the wisdom roll. He's got a 2, 3 for the Kingslayer. Let's see, he needs a 14. Wow. And he didn't have it. And then we need to do a chaos resistance. Oh man, look at that. I got a -2. That's terrible. Oh, of course. Ridiculous. So that means the knight also loses 3 essence, and he also gets this thing. And that's really a problem now, because we have to go in that last chamber, but we cannot rally any of these guys. So that clearly sucks. Now we got an elixir over here. Maybe we can bring that, and also Albus has a second one, so maybe we can bring these 2 elixirs to the group, but that obviously slows us down now quite a bit. That wasn't cool at all. And I think you can also not trade if you're adjacent to a creature, so that's the way I played it all the time. So yeah, I guess these guys have to wait now for a while until Albus manages to bring 2 elixirs to them. Oh, bad news. So it seems more and more like we cannot finish this during this video. But now we do the combat, and we have a physical combat, a spiritual combat, and chaos. We start with physical, then chaos, then spiritual. So physical is definitely something that the knight will do with his Trinity of Anguish. Then chaos will be done with this Dagger of Seeking, by the Battle Mage. And spiritual, that will be done by the knight. That works quite well with the Silvermoon Blade. And again, the ability seems to be much more dangerous than the fight itself. And honestly, I'm not so sure if I like that. So let's see what we got here. That is not really working out. So that was a 3. Okay, so wasn't great, but it might be enough. So we start with physical. We have a 9. We got a modifier of 12. So that's a ton. That is definitely a success. So the guy takes already 3 wounds. Then we have chaos 13. Yeah, I mean, that's not a problem either. We have also kind of like 14. Okay, so that means we managed to kill the guy already in our second combat phase. Okay, nice. And we get 2 life force, and we want to roll a 17 or at least a 13. That was nothing. No loot. Okay. And that means now we found Raven Claven, or Cleven. And yeah, so that is basically our first ally or friend that we have to free. And now there's only one last one, but yeah, without rallying, without the option to rally, that's not going to work out. So basically there's not a lot we can do with these guys now, and we just have to wait until Albus gets the elixirs to get rid of this condition. So now we go to the monster phase, and yeah, I'm going to activate most of the monsters off camera, but of course I'm going to go here when we see the combat turn of the Red Widow. So the Goblin Footman here in the center of the board, he has activated as a raider, and he rolled a 6 right away. So let's see in which direction he moves. He got basically 9 movement points now. So he moves down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now he's going to roll a die because of his special ability, and on a 15 to 20 he will basically activate his screeching alarm. And that's not, I don't know if that's, actually I think that would not have an effect, because the only one who would have been affected is the skeleton. That would then also become a raider, but that already is the case, so it doesn't really matter at that point. So now the Red Widow will attack again, and it will attack hero class number 1. That is, I'm not even sure if we have one. Nope. So then it's number 2. That would be the Ranger. Now this is interesting. I don't think that the Ranger will be attacked because he is not tracked yet. He's not in line of sight at the moment. So therefore, I think the tracker marker stays with the priest. I don't think that it changes. If the Ranger would be in line of sight, then it would attack the Ranger. But I don't think this is happening here. So again, I'm going to spend an essence to do a counterattack. And I will do a counterattack during the spiritual combat phase. So I'm simply going to roll the dice, and I'm not going to determine the order or anything. There is no reason to do it. There's no way we can kill it. And let's see if there is an, you know what, I'm going to drink a potion quickly before I resolve the result. I haven't seen the result yet. I've just rolled the dice, but I don't want to take any risks here. So let's see. Now let's have a look what we got here. Terrible. Wow, is that bad. Again, we fucked up all of it. Maybe the arcane worked out. Now let's see. Okay, we have, oh man. So let's start with the mythical one. We have a 9. Okay, forget it. There's no way we can do the mythical. So we take 3 wounds from the mythical damage. We also lost the spiritual combat. Ha! What about the arcane combat? We have a 15. Oh man, all of them are lost. Absolutely horrific. So that means we lose 8 life points. Wow, was that terrible. Huh. Incredible. That was just terrible. Well, okay. It really doesn't work out in any way that I wanted here. Okay. There's nothing we can do now. Just can hope. She's got the glyph of healing, which can be pretty useful. As I said, I'm playing in a way that if you are adjacent to a guardian or creature, you cannot trade. I'm not even sure why I'm doing that. I think the main reason is I want to make sure that we just don't give all the equipment from one person to the other person during a combat turn, because that would obviously be too easy. And therefore, I don't know. Yeah, let's see what we can do. It's looking a little bit dangerous here. Oh, but I wanted to do is I can use the monster phase and activate the Shadow Stalker ability. And I'm going to spend 4 essence to do this. And, well, let's hope at least that we get a good roll here. I want a 3 to 6, that would be great. And we have it. That gives 3 damage to the Red Widow. That's pretty awesome, and that might now actually change the situation quite a bit. Now it's at 7. So if we can do 6 damage, we could kill it. That would be great. Yeah, it would be pretty important too. Okay, so we go into the next turn. I just want to make sure that I activate the Ranger last, because I want some flexibility with the Shadow Stalker ability. So I'm going to do it like this. Or last of these 3, let's say it that way. So now we go to another encounter phase, and that is an interlude. A few of the heroes have discovered a chamber that seems to have been used as some sort of barbaric prison area, judging from the skeletons chained to the walls. Okay, and now we start again activating the priest. We spent an essence to rally the warlock, and now we try to attack the widow. And by the way, I forgot to I forgot that special ability, so we got to do that. So she must test evade. The priest must test evade 17. We have a 4. So I need a 13 here, which I don't have. That means I'm taken by the widow one quadrant following the... So that is red. So the widow basically drags me back here. Okay, I mean, that's not a big deal. I'm pretty sure I can make it there anyway. So yeah, but still, I just want to do it. And so now I got to move the warlock to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I mean, he can obviously make it with another activation. And now we'll get the fight there. So I determined the order of the phases. Doesn't really matter once again, because if we can kill him or it or her, we can only do it in the 3rd phase. We need to do our full damage to be successful here. Again, she does the spiritual attack with the Scepter of Slaying. he uses Luke's training sword during the arcane attack and the heart-seeking dagger during the mythical attack. And now let's hope for a good roll here. And again, I don't know. Maybe it's definitely better than last time. So let's start with the spiritual one. That is the one that could be an issue. We got a 9. What is the modifier? We got 7, 9, 11. So we're talking 20. And that is enough. This time it's enough. So that means the Widow takes 2 damage. There's no question that the arcane is enough. With an 18, is it? Yeah, no, I mean, I got a modifier of 8, so I'm here at 26, and we got 11, and I got a huge modifier. I'm also above 20, so I do 3 times 2 damage, that is 6, and that is then finally enough to kill the Red Widow. That wasn't easy. Okay. So that gives me 5 life force. I get to roll. I want to roll a 15 or at least a 7 to get 400 bucks. And I can roll twice. That's 400 bucks. And again, terrible. Okay. Well, but okay, the 400 bucks are fine. And so we killed the Red Widow, and that means that we managed to kill all the Guardians. So therefore, this quest is done. Now I want to activate Albus. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's better, that's 12. 1. And I'm going to grab the elixir from the Warlock. Now we got 2 elixirs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and we want to make it there eventually. So that is still some way to go. And then I'm going to activate the Ranger. Now let me see. The Goblin Footman, ranged combat, physical combat, chaos. I think I should give that a try. That's exactly the right prey for me. So I will activate simply and attack. So that's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And so let's see. I'm gonna roll a die. That is number 2. So we gotta do physical combat, and I got a +9 modifier, and this guy has a 13, so that should not be such a big problem. Yeah, and it worked out. Both our the strikes were successful. We killed the guy, and that's a good thing. So the raider is gone, and we want to roll a 20 to find some loot, and of course we didn't. Well, with the other guys, I don't really know what to do. I think I'm simply gonna move them here, waiting for Albus. Yeah, there's not really anything we can do right now, I guess. So, oh, actually, I think she cannot even stay there. Oh, that is not a place where you can stand. That's kind of a, okay, that's the pit, the cliff, basically. That really looks awesome. Well, okay. I guess, again, it's the end of the turn. We're making progress, slowly, but, yep, definitely. And now we're going to activate the monsters, and we're going to draw a new one, of course. A new minion. We got a Wraith. And he spawns over here. So let's see, we draw another encounter, and that's another interlude. Not far from your position you can make out a dark and damp antechamber where many plague rats scurry about, busily climbing on wooden coffins that reside within. So during this time, this turn, I don't expect too much to happen. I'm not going to attack the skeletal grunt with the ranger. This is really not my type of enemy that I want to fight. The warlock is the one who wants to do it. So I'm going to bring these two guys here, move aside with the ranger, bring Albus over there, and that's it. And then we're going to see each other again with the next encounter card. There is not really a lot to do now. So again, we see these skeletons and ghosts doing their danse macabre pretty far away from where the action is, except of course for this guy. He's really close now to the warlock, so we're going to see a combat this turn, I guess. Encounter card. That's a new environment card. The heroes come upon a young fallen warrior who is gravely wounded. As the heroes kneel to help this adventurer, he softly says, "I wanted to help. My village was depending on me. I wanted to keep them safe." He slowly closes his eyes and dies. Dismay weighs heavily on the hearts of the heroes and lowers their morale. All failed spiritual warfare rolls the heroes make result in double damage while this environment is in effect. Okay, so we got to keep that in mind. I might actually place the marker there. And now we're good to go again. And I think this time I want to start with the warlock. Just see if I can kill the skeletal grunt here. So I simply move, I don't have to roll or anything. And yeah, I think I'm usually in a pretty good shape against this guy. So let's see, we have a, yeah, okay, I mean that's pretty ridiculous. We got a mythical combat, and we only have to do a single wound. It already took 3 wounds, so that is, I'm not even sure if I have to roll there. I got a +4, +8, +12, +16 modifier. Yeah, okay, I mean, that's insane. I kill that guy, definitely. There's no question. However, it's a warfare roll. Okay, let's do it. There is a chance that he... Well, we'll see. This is actually... Yeah, I mean, it's always enough, right? I don't have to roll technically, but there is a chance that he can at least, on a 15 to 20... he can shield from the warfare roll, but he cannot shield from the final strike. So it doesn't matter. I'm going to kill that guy, that's for sure. And now We want to roll a 20, and it didn't work. So no rewards here from me. But okay, at least the guy is gone. And now I'm going to simply activate the others, bring them close to these chambers, and then next turn we can start entering the first chamber. Actually, before I activate this group, I managed to do the delivery of the 2 elixirs with Albus to this group. So that means they will both drink their elixir, these 2 guys, and that allows them to get rid of this raging condition. And yeah, then we can actually try to get into the last chamber and maybe solve our main quest. So we activate the Bard first, and he will... I wonder, do we have an ochre juice? Yes, we do. Nah. I wonder if I should take the ochre juice here. Tough call. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm going to simply spend 1 essence. And then we got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can move in there with my second activation. And I'm pretty sure that the others will be able to do that too. Yeah, I think there's no real reason to roll here. That is going to be, yeah, that's going to be enough for her. And if the knight rolls a 1, I might have, no, okay, no problems at all. So we can all move in there, and now we'll see what we find here. And this is another level 3 creature. Okay, so wow, that's another Elder Priest. We've seen that guy before. Luckily this time it has no special ability. It's not one of these elite creatures. Just the origins are in the Tower of St. Viticus. Elder Priests were holy servants that lived within the tower. Lured in by the promise of power, these priests became corrupted and had eyes embedded within their hand by a creature known as a shadow servant. Yeah, we've seen these guys over there, actually. So, pretty tough, but without a special ability, it's actually not such a big deal. So, yeah, I think that should not be a problem at all. We have black, green, and blue. So ranged, arcane, and chaos. We start with arcane, then chaos, then ranged. Okay. And let's have a quick look here. I'm going to do my ranged attack with the Trinity of Anguish. My arcane attack, yeah, that's a bit of a problem here because the Battle Mage is good in arcane and chaos, but I don't have anyone else who can cover these two. So that kind of sucks. Let me see where I'm better. I got a massive 12. Okay, that's ridiculous. That's kind of like a modifier of plus 17 in arcane. So I'm going to use Lithia's Dagger of Seeking for the arcane attack, and then this poor guy has to take a hit during chaos. I'm pretty sure about that. So let's see. Yeah, okay, I mean, arcane that's not an issue. What does he have? But yeah, he's got 17, but okay. So he takes already 3 wounds. Chaos is a problem. I have an 8. I got a -1. So that means I take 2 wounds here in chaos. And now the ranged combat, I got a 9 plus 7. That's not so great. So that's a 16, but that is just enough to be successful, and therefore I can kill the guy. Cool. Yeah, okay, I mean, that's pretty much it. We have now, I mean, for the main quest at least, we get 2 life force. I'm gonna roll a die, and I want a 16 to get some loot. That would be a nice bonus. And nope. And also we don't get any cash. And now we found Rose Clevin. And that means we have now also completed our main quest. There we go. And only the side quest has to be done down here. Yeah, so I mean, that was not too exciting. I gotta be a little anticlimactic, right? Killing this elder guy and okay, I mean, but yeah, fine. At least it was a spectacular location here. So we have a goblin footman that just spawned here, right there, and he's gonna activate immediately, and the bad thing is he's gonna attack the warlock. That kind of sucks. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it, I guess. I have to... yeah, I mean... I'm not even sure if I wanna kill that guy. Not that it really matters. Yeah, I don't know. I can of course then later use in the next turn again attack with the ranger, and that's not going to be a big deal, but it will cost me another turn. And you know, let's be honest, the terror level is still very high, so if they got a bit frightened in the village, that's okay. I mean, my goal is to do this, and maybe I should just ignore that guy. At that point, it really doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, as predicted, the goblin footman moves toward the warlock and will attack him. Now what I could do is, with the ranger, I could... Yeah, I think I might actually want to do that. I could use the Shadow Stalker ability. You know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 4, and if I roll well, then I can simply kill the guy as he moves along here. So I need a 3 to 6, and I got a 5. That is great. So that saves me a turn, and the warlock is also not in any danger here. So yeah, that was kind of cool. And now we're ready for the next encounter. That's an event. Randomly select a hero. That's the ranger. From down a dark corridor, this hero sees 3 ravaged undead shambling towards him. Take 3d6. These represent the ravaged undead. The hero takes 1d8 and only fights 1 ravaged undead at a time. Roll 1d8 and 1d6 together. Modify the D8 result with the hero's level. Highest roll inflicts 1 damage. Ties result in no damage. Each ravaged undead has 1 health. This is a fight to the dead. Okay, so we get a D8. We can modify that with 3. That's a lot. So we got to roll really terrible. And yeah, let's take these 2. So let's see. Okay, that's the first guy. Second guy. That's a tie. Okay, there you go. That's it. No big deal here. And now the plan is to enter one of these chambers. My only problem could be that I'm too slow, but I'm even considering spending essence to get there. So I'm going to start activate the warlock. Yeah, let's see. That's a 5. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he can do it with 2 activations. He spends an essence. And that allows now the other 2 also to move into the chamber. I will give her a healing potion from the warlock, the priest. They can do that when they are together in the chamber. So the priest moves now also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No problems. And the ranger obviously can do it too. He's even faster. So let's see what we got. That is another level 3 creature. And to draw here. And that is a fallen king. Pretty awesome. Looks like the ring wraiths. Huh? Really cool. So the hand of the sovereign. Before combat, select 1 hero to test strength in an attempt to break the enchanted hand of the fallen king. On a fail, roll 1d8. The result is the spawn location where the fallen king has teleported that hero. That's not good. I think I want to try to avoid that. So I'm going to use again the silence. I'm going to spend 4 essence to do this. So I'm going to get back 5. Remember, these big 3s represent 9. And I'm going to roll a d10. And I want to roll a 5 to 10. And I did. So that cancels the ability. Excellent. And now we go to the combat. We got arcane, spiritual, and chaos. That fits perfectly. The priest does the spiritual combat. The warlock arcane, and the ranger can do chaos. That is awesome. So there we go. And we do it in the order that we start with: arcane, then chaos, then spiritual. Oh, this time, yeah, we got that environment. We don't want to fuck up that roll, but maybe we don't have to do that. Although, we probably do. These guys don't do too much damage. But the spiritual roll is the last one. And this guy can use, the ranger can use Charles' hatchet. So if we are successful with the first 2 phases, we can actually avoid the spiritual one. That would be nice. Well, spiritual was good. Let's see, we got an 8 in arcane. I got a modifier of 8, so that brings me to 16. That's not enough. The guy has 18. Wow. Yeah, okay, that's not cool. So that means I lose 2 life points. Pretty impressive. We got a 5 in chaos, and I got a modifier of, that's 7 of 12. So that brings me to 17. That's enough. So the guy takes 3 damage, and my spiritual roll was pretty good. I got 11, and I can add a lot. Okay, that's not an issue. So yeah, I managed to kill it. And 2 more life force. I don't think we're gonna need that anymore. And I would like to get some item just for the fun. So I want to roll a 15. I got 200 bucks. I mean, again, not that I'm gonna need that anymore. It would be fun to draw an item though. Okay, so we managed to kill the king, the fallen king. And now there's only 1 more of these to go, and then we got to fight Razorwing, and we're done. You know, actually I'm thinking about, I don't know, I'm thinking about bringing these guys down. Maybe they can help in the final combat. I'm not even sure how that works. That's this one. Oh, it just spawns somewhere. Ah, great. Okay, yeah, so we don't really know where he will spawn. So I'm going to bring them a little more into the center, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to do that off camera. So, next turn, and we draw again an encounter card. And that is a new environment. In the deep distance, the heroes hear the sound of war drums pounding very loudly, while the sound of a huge mob running draws closer. All failed physical warfare rolls the heroes make result in double damage while this environment is in effect. Okay. So again, something to remember. Again, I'm going to place the marker here and hope I won't forget. Okay, so activating the Warlock again, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a problem to reach the other chamber, but let's quickly roll anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, no problems. Here we can enter the chamber. I'm going to rally the other guys, and the ranger will definitely make it. Let's quickly roll. Yeah, okay, no problems here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there we go. And this is gonna be the last chamber to open. And it's an empty chamber. Okay, wow. So that was a surprise, and that means now that we will spawn Razorfang. Let me check that. The question is, will we draw level 3 or level 4? I'm going to roll a die here. On a 1 to 3, it's going to be level 3. Okay, so we're going to spawn level 4 of the Razorfang creature. Okay, so there he is, Razorfang, and I'm going to roll an 8-sider. He spawns at space number 2, so right there. Now he is really strong in physical combat, so I guess the knight is definitely one we could need here. He's also extremely strong in ranged combat. The knight, well, Maybe we want to have the ranger. Yeah, probably. And then mythical combat. So that could be probably the warlock. That's definitely a good company. We could mix these guys together, ranger, warlock, and knight. Yeah, I guess I want to try these. Maybe I'm just trying to attack with both groups at the same time, so that I could avoid his special ability, the dual axe hurl, which is really brutal. And but he can only do it if he attacks. So if we can kill him in a single turn, by attacking with both groups, so basically doing 6 strikes against him, then we might have a chance to kill him. And yeah, so we'll see. First we gotta get to him, and that means we probably have to trigger a few traps. So I want to activate the bard. I'm gonna move here and we'll see. Oh, that's cool. So there's no trap here. So we can actually, we can simply roll and then move the bard. Okay, so he started here and then moved here, and he's got 6. I wonder if I should try to activate that trap too, but there's of course then a risk that I could get attacked by Razorfang next turn. Maybe it makes more sense to move down here. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to roll again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's a trap. So let's draw a card here. Okay, so let's see what we get. Oh, lucky. Misfire. Count your lucky stars. This trap has misfired. So again, I think we had that situation. I'm going to end my action here though. I think I should not be allowed to move on here. And then I'm also going to bring the other guys closer. So this Shadow Servant here has become a raider, but I'm going to ignore that. I'm not going to make make all the way over here to stop this guy. I'm simply going to go for Razorfang, and if I kill this guy, I'm going to end the game. I'm also not going to stay 3 more turns down there. That's definitely not too exciting. So now we're going to activate Razorfang and see where he's moving. He can move 3 quadrants. So that means his first move is blue. So moves down here. 1. Now I definitely don't want green. That is purple. And that sucks. Yeah, I'm in trouble now. 2. And I wonder if he sees me. That's a tough question. Let's take a look here. I think from the center to the edge. So it's kind of like that. Yeah, I guess. Oh wow, that's a close call. There is the wall here. That's really a close call. I don't know, man. Actually, if you take a close look here at the edge, it cuts the edge a little bit. I mean, it's tough to say where exactly is the center, right? But I would... if you do it like this... Oh man, that's tough. Okay, I guess he sees me. I really don't know. I'm gonna let him see me. I think it's very close. Let's say he does see me here. So therefore, I'm simply going to move him here, and then he's going to attack. So that is bad. That could be extremely dangerous. Actually, it could be deadly. I'm thinking about using my healing potion right away, but I might as well just wait. I think I can basically use it all the time. Yeah, if I remember that right, I can use it also during combat. So let's see first how I'm doing here. We got that special ability, which is really ugly. Before Razorfang attacks, the target must test hide 18 to avoid the dual axis. So I got a hide value. Oh, okay, I got a good hide value. I got 7 plus 4 for this, my charm. So therefore I got an 11, which means I need a 7 to be successful here. Oh, barely, but I managed to do it. Wow, that was close. Got a 7, so I'm okay here. That could have gone really wrong. I would have taken 2d6 damage, and yeah, that would have been very, very dangerous. But in this way, I am still kind of okay. And this is not the best area to fight, by the way, because this is such a narrow passage here, and I can only attack with 4 people at the same time. That kind of sucks. Okay, I will definitely do a counterattack. So I'm going to spend, this is the Bard, I'm going to spend one of my few essence, thinking about, well, I can also do that later. So I spend an essence, and I will do a counterattack during the mythical phase, and it won't be easy at all. Okay. So the order doesn't matter because there's 0 chance that I can kill him. So we got ranged, physical, and mythical. So I'm going to use the Silver Moon Blade during the attack. Okay, these are actually pretty good rolls. Okay, I messed this up. This should have been the mythical one. I'm going to leave it here. I think that's okay. I mean, it should have been a purple one. Okay, so let's see. We start with the physical one. I got a 15, got a -2 modifier, so that already sucks. I take 3 damage here. Next one is ranged. I got a 16, and I got a +2. That brings me to 18, and believe it or not, that's enough. Wow, really lucky here. And then I got a 13, but I got a really good modifier. I got a +3, a +6. Okay, I got a massive modifier, so that means I actually do 3 damage towards this guy. So that's okay, I guess. It wasn't too bad. Could have gone really wrong, but yeah, I think it was okay. Okay, now if things work really well, this could be the last turn of the game. I'm not sure though. We'll see, right? So first I'm going to draw an encounter. Okay, that is an event. Oh, wait a minute here. I just realized one thing. I had a physical roll here. Oh man, that's bad. In the deep distance, the heroes hear the sound of war drums. All failed physical warfare rolls the heroes make result in double damage. Holy crap, that means I lose another 3 life points. That was important. Okay, now we got an event here. The heroes hear a loud crash. Then what sounds like thunder is heard throughout the corridors. A guardian has spawned in the dungeon. Spawn 1 guardian if the limit has not been met for this scenario. Well, that happened. Otherwise, discard this card and do not draw another encounter card. Okay, so nothing happens. And let's try to focus on this guy now. So let's see. There's a couple of things I'm thinking about. First, I want to activate the priest, and I'm gonna give the warlock, and I think also the ranger, an ochre juice. Yeah, and I want to use my heavenly arc, so that costs me 4 essence, and that allows me to heal life points and essence, and that is going to be 5 life points and essence for all the heroes. That's excellent. Okay, is that an action? Yeah, activating that glyph would be an action. So I think then I'm gonna move her to trigger one of these traps. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was good. Nothing happens. And I can simply move now 5, 6, 7. I'm going to move out of the way. And might as well just move into the chamber so that I cannot be seen by this Razorfang guy. Next is going to be the warlock. Now my goal, and let me get this straight. I hope I didn't mess this up. Wait a minute. Yeah, so my idea was, together with the ranger, I want to attack Razorfang. So let's see. That's a good start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to use the torch. There is no reason to hold back here. And then I will move here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move there. I'm going to spend an essence to rally the ranger. And he's now also going to activate the torch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that allows him now to use his Shadow Stalker ability. So he's going to spend 4 essence. And I want to roll a 3 to 6 here. And I have it, which is awesome. So the guy takes another 3 damage. But that was not an action, that was just an additional thing basically. And then I'm going to move here. And now we're going to fight him. The warlock and the Ranger. So let's see. Let's get this card here. We got physical, we got mythical, and ranged. Okay, so we start with mythical, then physical, then ranged. And we should remember this environment card here during the physical combat. I'm just going to place that here as a reminder. Now let me see. Ranged combat is definitely the Ranger's job, right? So therefore we're going to use Charzy's hatchet. Now let me see who does the physical combat. I got a +7, +9, and here I also have a +9. And it's also the same. Yeah, tough choice. I think the Ranger has more life points. So I'm going to let the Ranger also do the physical combat. And the Warlock will then use the Heart-Seeking Dagger to do the arcane combat. So the arcane combat over here, and I don't know where that last thing is. Yeah, I gotta use the falcon bow, obviously, for the physical combat. There we go. It's a little odd, right? I mean, I'm gonna do the ranged combat with the hatchet, but okay. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We still have the option here to activate the enchanting hymn. So we'll see how this works out now. I really hope I can kill him this turn. That was not exactly great. Okay, we start with the arcane combat. That's an 8, and I have a pretty insane modifier of kind of like 18 or something. So this is definitely a hit. So the guy already takes 2 wounds from that. Okay, he's got 14, and now he's already took 8 wounds. And then we have the physical combat, and there I have a 13, and I got a +9. So that's good enough. It's kind of close. He has 21, but a 13 +9 is more. So that means I used the bow, so I do 2 more damage. And he only has 4 life points left. I got 8 in ranged combat, but I got a modifier of 11, I think. 5 and 6. So that's 11. So that brings me to 19, and I also win that battle. So that means he takes another 3 damage because of the hatchet. So, is he dead yet? No, I think he has 1 life point left, right? 9, 10, yeah, 13. Okay, but we still got our other guys. So first, I'm going to activate the priest. And what I want to do is, I want to move next to the knight, and I want to give him a Shara's Scepter of Truth, because that gives me a reroll. And I'm going to exchange that for the Kingslayer. Yeah, okay, fine. And that's pretty much it. Now, the Yeah, the ranged combat is going to be tough. I'm pretty sure we're going to take some damage there, but that's okay. Now I'm going to activate the knight. Okay, that's enough to jump behind that guy. And I'm going to rally the bard. And now the bard and the knight going to finish him. At least that's my goal. So let's see in which order the combat takes place. I would love to see the physical combat first. But it is last. It's exactly the way I didn't want it. We start with the ranged combat, and there I need a very lucky shot now. And then we got mythical, and last it is the physical combat. But okay, so let me see. So the knight will use the Trinity of Anguish for the ranged combat phase. I'm going to use, yeah, it doesn't really matter in this case, the Silver Moon Blade for the mythical one, and then, and I hope it's not going to be necessary, my best weapon, Ashara's Scepter of Truth, at the very end. Okay, so let's finish this beast. Wow, that looks pretty convincing. So even the ranged combat is probably already enough. Got a 15. The knight has a +7 modifier. There you go. That's it. We managed to kill Razorfang. And therefore I will declare me the winner of this game. I'm going to stop here. I will not bother to play the last 3 turns to the teleport. I don't care about the minions or the raiders. This thing is still at 4, so basically it's at the point where it started. And yeah, there is no way I can lose this. Yeah, crazy. Okay, yeah, I'm a bit, I don't know, it was a bit overwhelming. It was a huge crusade, was a pretty unique and special experience. It took me, I don't know, probably over a month to do this whole playthrough. Of course, I didn't play every day, but most of the days. I think we have about 20 videos, each more than an hour. So yeah, it was intense, it was long, and it was a great experience. I really have to say I enjoyed the game a great deal. I might do an in-depth review, just a few thoughts. I mean, you've seen me. I was really very excited, especially at the start of the game. The exploration was totally amazing. You know, the treasure chests, the traps, the secret rooms, revealing the monster in the chambers and all that. But, you know, when you entered then the third time, or even the second time, it was, the exploration factor was definitely a bit less interesting, because most of the treasure chests were gone, and during the second time there was nothing left, basically. All the rooms were emptied, or at least the rooms with the crates were pretty much all empty. The secret rooms were empty. The treasure chests were all gone. So yeah, I kind of miss, especially at the end, a little bit of a climax, something, maybe a new mechanism, a new idea to spice up the game a little bit, you know, to give you, to make you curious about entering again and again. That's something, yeah, I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy it when I entered again, but I would have definitely enjoyed it more, and I would have been, you know, I wish that on the second and third time I entered, I wish that I would have been as excited as I was when I entered for the first time. And I think to get there, it would be cool if there would have been something that would have been added during the second turn and not in the first one, and then again something, a real climax, when you enter for the third time. This is something that I really wish could be added maybe during an expansion or maybe even with a house rule, because I think the general concept of the game, many of the ideas, the combat, for example, and the route system of the race, a lot of the other stuff, the movement, the whole events, the traps, the storytelling, the whole atmosphere, this is all absolutely awesome. And it is something that brings this possibly in my top 5. But I think, you know, if a few things could be added, then this game could actually be in my top 3. Yeah, I think for now that's all I'm gonna say here, and yeah, I'm thinking about doing a more in-depth review maybe in the next few days if I find the nerve to do that. You know, I mean, this is really, yeah, that was really a beast. Okay, so yeah, hope to see you on my next series. And if you want to support the channel, I encourage you, you can go to Patreon and help me out there. So hope to see you. Bye.